Hi, I'm Carys, and today I'm spending 5 minutes with a creative freelancer. Helo, enw fi di Carys, a heddiw dwi'n gwario 5 munud hefo llawrydd creadigol. Croeso, Erykah. To start us off, can you tell us a little bit about your role and your creative background?
Yeah, so I'm a creative freelancer, and it kind of all started for me when I started uni at Cardiff. So I'm studying media and communications, about to go into my third year. And I was looking on the Cardiff Uni job shop just for like internships and stuff, because my lecturers had been like, oh, you know, get some experience, do whatever. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll just have a look. And I found a role with Iris. So I did that internship, and really luckily they decided to then keep me on. So I did that. And then from another lecture, I actually met Vicky, who used to work for Creative Cardiff, and I got this job. And then through Vicky, I met Sita from Theo, and I also work for them now.
Wow. So if you went back now to before you started your degree, and you could speak to yourself and give yourself any advice before you started this creative career, what would you tell yourself?
Firstly, say to believe in myself and to kind of trust that I know what I'm doing and that I've got these jobs because I'm good at them. And secondly, I think I would just say to myself that like it's okay to ask for help in your jobs, because I think when you try and pretend that you know what you're doing, that's when you kind of make mistakes. But if you just say, look, I'm not 100% sure about this, what do I do? People are often always there to help you, and that's when you kind of can then get it right.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What is the biggest challenge you faced?
The biggest challenge I've faced has probably been trying to figure out how to represent as many different people as I can, and I almost kind of realizing that I can't do that all of the time. Like I can't represent everybody in everything that I do. And so I think it's kind of downscaling my big thoughts, because I think I've got all these thoughts that I'm like, I want everyone to feel represented, I want everyone to feel seen, and as much as I can strive for that in my day-to-day, and I do, I think I also sometimes need to realize that actually that's a lot for one person to do. Like I'm only one person, I can't do that all the time. So I think kind of just making my big goals seem realistic has kind of been a bit of a challenge, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to like change my goals. But I think I've kind of got to think about it in terms of I'm one person and I can only do what one person can do. So, you know, everything's got silver linings, and if I can change some things, then that's great.
Yeah. So. But for you, you know, all of your jobs currently are with creative organisations based in Cardiff. What do you think is so special about Cardiff's creativity?
I think the sense that, like you said, they're kind of all connected. You can meet loads of different creative people, and because I didn't necessarily think about myself as having a massive network of people, but obviously then when I came to do this, I was like, wait, I know this person and I know this person. And so I think it's the fact that no matter where you work in Cardiff and what company you work for, it's not like nobody is not willing to work with you, I think. And you know, I can contact people from any of the 3 organisations to work on anything for any of the other 3 organisations, and they're willing to do it. And I think that's really nice, because, you know, people aren't kind of company specific. Like your contacts will help you with whatever you want to do, because they're there for you. And I think that's really nice that you can kind of call upon people from wherever and they're all willing to help you, because it's all within Cardiff and it's all, you know, things that they're trained in and used to. And if they can help you in any way, then they will.
Yeah, that's a really nice answer. So you've already mentioned what you would say to your like younger self if you were starting out as a creative freelancer. But in terms of the freelancing aspect specifically, are there any tips you can give people looking to become freelance?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think firstly to keep a track of the people that you've met and what they do and their contact details, because I found that that's really helpful for me. So basically everybody that I've met or worked with at any point, I kind of have like a little notebook and I just write, you know, this person's name, this is what they do, and these are their contact details, so that then if I work on any other project in the future, I've got a lot of people down already. And then also I think to know that it's okay to not do every job that you're offered, because I think sometimes being freelance, you feel like you've got to say yes to everything because otherwise you won't have a job. Whereas I think for me, like I focus on the 3 things that I do, and I know that's a lot of things, but I focus on them because they work together well. And like sometimes something will come up, but if it doesn't necessarily fit into your schedule, it's okay to say no to that. So just try not to take on too much, because then it can kind of jeopardize your other jobs, and that's not ideal, I suppose.
Some really good advice there. So I think we come to the end of the 5 minutes with, but thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
If people want to find you or learn more about your work, how can they do that?
So I'm on LinkedIn, just Erykah Cameron. Erykah spelled with a Y and a K and a H. Probably not the best way to explain that. But yeah, so ERYKAH, Cameron just spelled the normal way. I'm on Twitter at Cameron Erykah. And then... Oh, Instagram. I've got Instagram. It's just ERYK.AH. Nice. And I'm always kind of available for everything. So.
And you've got a Creative Cardiff profile?
Yes, I have got a Creative Cardiff profile. Again, Erykah Cameron.
Nice.
With a Y, K and a H.
Great. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Cofiwch edrych ar gyfryngau cymdeithasol Caerdydd Creadigol am benodau newydd dros y misoedd nesaf. Remember to look at Creative Cardiff's social media channels over the next few months for new episodes.